All right, what's up? What's up? Welcome back to the show with the Let the Conversation Continue overtime segment. Make sure y'all hit that share button and tell your friends. Come. Oh, dang. I don't know what
There you go.
my mic went out.
You got it.
Yeah, make sure you tell your friends come back in, tune in, all that good stuff, all that, All right. So we had some good, interesting topics, man, and we're gonna kick right into the comments from the Facebook live feed. Make sure y'all can, while y'all sitting here watching, if y'all want to sow a seed, like I said, anything helps us during this time of need. drop us $1, 50 cents, whatever. So sad. At the show, $sign the show 20.
I can't watch that commercial. Them pets.
Hey, Carice said we need a segment called Ask Miss Chris.
Maybe that'll be my podcast.
Oh,
Ooh,
yes.
there you
Let's go. Let's go.
Or because y'all wanted me to do the After Dark one. I don't know.
The Quiet Storm hour, maybe.
Who said what?
Last week.
That's what we said. Quiet Storm.
No, last week we were talking
We said the Quiet
comfortable
Storm.
being uncomfortable after dark. No, it was not.
It was Quiet Storm.
It was not
No, when
quiet.
it was after dark.
It was
Was it after dark?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You was watching. I know what you was watching as a kid.
That was my line name. That was my line name. So.
After dark.
No, Quiet Storm.
Quiet Storm was your nickname? Yeah, I can see that. Because you be all quiet, and then you get all angry, and then you start cussing people out, and then you want to fire people. I remember this dude. I used to work with him at the guard. he would have burned the whole place down.
No, I didn't.
Like
Don't
he
say
did today.
Oh,
Almost.
my bad. I guess.
Gonna have them boys up here in a little bit.
Right.
They ain't gonna do nothing.
All right. So
I know all of them. They ain't gonna
Latanya
do
Put your
nothing.
address out there and see if they do.
1601 Argonne Place Northwest,
Latanya-
Washington, D.C. 20009.
What?
They
Latanya-
come get me. I'm just playing. I just made some
Oh,
stuff
man.
up.
No, I hope you did.
Latanya Tench said, finally catching the show. Hey, appreciate you, Latanya. Checking in on us, some stuff like that. Deanie McDaniel said hello, Christmas tree. Hello. Hi.
Hello
Dwight,
from the other side.
big Dwight Turbo. Turbo, Dillard.
Oh, yeah.
Dillard said, yo, what's up, Professor? And fam. And Elijah said, what's up, fam?
Yeah.
Hey, Elijah.
Lines up.
So Elijah said, when we were singing the song earlier, when you were singing the song, Elijah said, is that the fly from Prince's head?
Oh, yeah.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
I got to see these comments.
Carice Perry said they can still possibly pass it to others, and even if you are vaccinated, talking about the vaccination. So
That's what I don't get. I have to read up on that. Then what's the point?
I told you what the point was. The point is so that way you won't have the
But
most
why
severe
they say it's
symptoms.
95% effective if you could still pass it to other people?
Yeah.
It's not a
Doc, I wanna see-
magic
It's not a
bullet.
magic cure all.
not a silver
just like
bullet
Just like the
that's
flu
gonna
shot's
cure.
not a
Yeah.
cure all. The flu shot's not a cure all. The flu shot, people get the flu shot, still get the flu.
Yeah.
And guess what? They don't have the most severe symptoms of the flu. Just like the COVID thing, you can still get it. You just won't have severe symptoms.
But I want to get it so that I don't
So you can be
pass
out in the
it.
streets.
I don't pass it to
That's
anybody
running
else.
them. She be running them.
Right.
streets.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Well, I mean, I just don't want it on my mental. Like,
It's
if
gonna
I
be on your
have
mental.
it,
It's gonna be
if
on
I
your mental.
have it, to
gonna be on
pass
your
it to people
Well,
I
then
care
by all
about.
means, let's make sure that we pass a vaccine that Miss Chris is okay with.
Man, look, if you
Because we don't want it to be on her mental.
if you get COVID from hanging out with somebody,
Well, I don't want it to hang. I don't want to hang out with you.
stand by, Robert.
No.
Oh,
Robert S. Stand by. If
Everybody can get it.
If you get COVID from hanging out with somebody, then you get it from hanging out with somebody because you was hanging out with somebody. That's your problem. Don't blame
You
somebody.
just said
Well,
the same thing 3
I
times.
did. I
Still don't
did.
make
I
no
did.
sense.
I just-
But what I'm saying is, like, you can't. People want to be out here. Oh my God, my brother gave me COVID. You was hanging with your brother.
Well-
You gonna get what you gonna get.
I don't want to just imagine the people that have passed it to their parents or grandparents and they died. How they
Well, that's that. Yeah,
that's
that's why I don't.
I don't-
I got
that's
tested
why
when
I
I saw my
wanna
parents.
get
I
it.
got tested, and when I was with, and after a few days, I got tested again, or whatever, just to continue that whole thing or whatever. Because, like, yeah, like you said,
be a
with
responsible adult. That's
yeah.
all. That's good.
you know.
Elijah
And I
Bowser-
quarantined before I came to see y'all because I
Yeah,
wanted to make
yeah.
sure y'all was
Like
good.
I said, it's
Because
a
Rob
You
getting
had to
old,
make
man.
sure that AZT kicked in. That's what it
Bruh,
was.
I wanted to make
Elijah-
sure you was good.
Elijah Bowser said that they're making service members take it. No, that's not true. The Pentagon came out and said that it's still voluntary.
yeah. I'm not in the military, but
I ain't
government
no more.
organizations have also said it's not mandatory, which I'm shocked.
Which
Well,
is
it's
funny
not.
because there was a thing in the past that stated that if you had caught COVID, you weren't allowed to join the military.
For real?
Yeah, you'll never remember reading that article.
I think I do
mentioned it
remember.
earlier.
I think I do remember seeing that.
They said if you ever had COVID, you're not allowed to join. You're not eligible.
Latanya
They
Tinch
gonna
said
have to get rid of that.
Latanya
stipulation.
Latanya Tinch said it's just like an iPhone. Let the vaccine be out for a while after all the kinks and issues are resolved. That's a good point. You know how everybody rushed to get that new iPhone, and then they
Yeah,
like,
but
oh, all these
does it-
kinks and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I mean the vaccine. It's not like a software update. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, dog. It's the same vaccine you getting today is going to be the same vaccine that's available 2 months from now. They're mass producing the stuff.
Yeah.
Elijah said, obviously with these side effects, they can't even tell us why they affecting people differently. That's a good point. That's a good point.
I mean, I
'Cause
don't knock nobody for waiting.
Well, that's at the same time. That's the same thing with different strains of it, though. Because
Yeah.
remember, like the Ravens, Baltimore Ravens locker room had 4 different strands running through. Some people had the most severe symptoms. Some people didn't. So I guess it's based on the strain that you get.
Well, patient zero is if they could trace it back far enough, and I don't have any firsthand knowledge of this. This is just from what I've picked up over articles over the years. If they could trace it back far enough, it doesn't matter what the strain is because all the strains lead back to zero.
Mm.
But it depends on how far back they can get. And, of course, it originated in China, so good luck with that.
Carice said, I see RSW2.
Really?
RSW2.
Really?
I see RSW2
That's a
with
good
the
name for you.
thing.
Stop it.
RSW2.
I see RSW2 with the fresh lineup.
Right?
Zoom in there with that.
Right. Yeah, zoom all the way in. Zoom in. It refer like they be zooming in on those
I think Razor's sharp.
commercials.
I think Razor's sharp.
Zoom in.
Stop it.
Zoom in.
Stop. Shut up.
Come on,
Be
zoom
quiet.
in.
Come on, stop, Trent.
Keep going, man. You
Stop.
look good with that
Stop.
fresh cut. Man, you
Who he
clean.
Who he getting clean for?
Right?
Oh.
I was trying to get clean for you.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Shit, Crystal told me. I finally popped the question and she said, no, get away from me. You stink. I said, okay, fine. I'm sorry.
Yo, you got some thick waves on top of your head. I'm looking at the video right now. Can I see you out here?
That boy sleep real with the
With
do rag
the
real
dude with
tight.
the do rag
You got that line around it.
Tight.
Get
the line around his forehead.
He talking about something. I'm gonna be fresh in the morning when I
be
show
fresh.
up.
He be
Let me
brushing
brush
his
that
hair for
shit
2
out.
hours.
Let me brush that out. Let me tie that thing with a double knot.
He got waves everywhere but that gray hair.
Y'all know y'all gonna pay for this after the cameras go off, right? I'm just letting y'all know. Go ahead.
Oh man!
Y'all got it. Shout out to Naaman out there, my barber.
Oh man!
Wait, Naaman got it. Naaman got it.
What you put on that? You put that. What's that grease called?
so good.
No,
Royal Crown.
Murray's.
Murray's grease.
He got that 360.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
rubbing
that-
it real
He
good.
got that Murray's, boy. That Murray's look good. down there.
Good night. Everybody looking real close on Rob's head.
He got that
Stop.
good hair now. He don't need Murray's. He got that good hair. He put some of that good aloe vera in there. He fine, man.
Morgan Williams said he giving out crumpled up dollar bills.
Where did he crumple up dollar
with
bills?
butt juice on it.
Elijah
Nobody
said,
asked
booty
for
juice?
that.
It was booty juice on it.
Booty juice.
Oh,
Nobody
man.
asked for that dollar.
Elijah
like
said,
that.
Doc better wash them hands. Yeah, you right, man.
But too late. He put that pretzel in his mouth. He
Yeah.
done.
Booty juice all in his
Booty
mouth.
juice all in.
booty butt cheeks.
I hate each and
Booty,
every
booty,
one
booty,
of
booty,
y'all.
rocking everywhere.
Y'all some assholes.
All right, so
Y'all some
oh man,
He had to ring it out.
Let it air dry. For
Yeah, let it joint air drop.
hey, going back to
It
our
was
main
oily.
topic, not a main topic, but when we talked about the Chicago native whose house got raided a year ago, Andrea Hardy said, "Is there not a checks and balance type of system to make sure you are executing the correct warrant to the
Yes.
correct person?" Yeah, the courts.
Yeah. No. I mean, yeah, you're right. The courts, at least in Pennsylvania, the courts make you put a physical description of the residence that you attend to raid in the actual warrant
Well, this
itself.
wasn't this a complex, so all the units are gonna be the same.
Yeah, but you had to include the warrant,
You had-
the unit number.
So then what's
Three
the
doors down on the left with the number 6 in the middle of the blue door.
In
So-
some,
so
in some,
what's the-
in some
so-
cases
so
you
what
have to.
happened, Rob?
In
What
some
is the
cases you
issue
have
with
to
that?
put.
Like,
In
why
some
does-
cases you actually have to put a actual. You have to draw an actual
diagram.
of your planned search.
The front porch roof is green. The doors on the right hand side with a 6x5 foot window to the left.
So
There
what's the
is
problem
furniture
if
on
they
it.
have all these checks and
I think-
balances?
I-
What's the,
Not every
what-
department is like that, and it's funny because
Okay, so-
Chicago
okay,
is
okay.
one of the first police departments in the entire United States, And it's just jacked up that they would just botch something so damn bad. But
especially when you had the guy's ankle monitor, you could.
But I thought,
that too.
he had an ankle monitor
piss poor
on.
police work.
That's just
That's really just what it comes.
But
down
I thought
to.
I read that they had that the informant or whatever gave them her
Give her her
address.
address.
Well, that means you got the wrong informant.
But that-
he getting over.
Yeah, that means
on
you got
police.
that means you got an informant who
You got a dumb informant.
Well, no. I mean, if you really go back, because I worked in a narcotics squad for a while, you have to pull surveillance enough so that you can verify your
With your
informant's
informants.
information. You can't just go, oh, well, he's got a 44 Magnum in his waistband. And then you blow the door off the hinges and there's no gun in a 5-block radius. And you done wrecked all these people's lives over something that some crackhead told you around the corner 5 minutes ago.
apparently that's what happened then.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so you have to verify and you have to substantiate the information.
Yeah.
One of the worst things that my sergeant ever told me was, you have to watch this house. You have to watch this house until we gather enough information to substantiate the information so that we can apply for a warrant and actually get it. And watching a house sucks. You want to know what is even worse than watching a house to verify warrant information? Actually searching the house. Actually searching the house is one of the most labor intensive, sorry waste of your time. Like, it just really sucks because you have to look everywhere.
I've seen a lot of cops.
Well,
I
and didn't they tear the people's house apart too? Just
No.
like
Nah, they don't tear it up. I
No.
mean, it's a very generalized search. 9 times out of 10, you go in, you know exactly what you're looking for and where it is supposed to be, based on the information that
if
you
they have
Pennsylvania and
good
Maryland.
information.
In Pennsylvania and Maryland, if you're going into a search warrant and you're executing a search warrant, you have to document in the search warrant where it is that you intend to look. So you can't go in and you're looking for stolen car parts in the fucking refrigerator.
So this intelligence was about as bad as when they said there was WMDs in Iraq. This is pretty much the you
well,
know,
I think it goes down to being
That's
lazy.
debatable.
Kathy,
they ain't find it
Kathy,
they moved them all to
Prussia.
next
I think
door.
it's Prussia.
next door.
Yes.
Kathy Prussia.
Yeah.
She said, and we're talking about the doctors, talking about doctors require a chaperone if it's a male doc and a family. So I think somebody made a comment, I think you made a comment about doctors. What is the difference?
Do you feel unnatural, or do you feel adverse or any type of adversity towards getting naked in front of your doctor? And
I said no.
Kathy,
I said yes, I
who
do.
I believe is a registered nurse, just clarified that. But the same as that happens to police officers. There's plenty of times when people are just butt ass naked. But police officers are professionals, and they're highly trained professionals.
Well, we've seen
And
we've
so-
seen
Some
a
are
No,
lot
you
of
cannot
the
judge. You cannot judge every
professionalism.
police officer based off the actions of a few.
That's why I said some.
What
That's like-
happened.
wait,
That's
wait,
like
wait,
me.
wait,
Hold
wait,
up.
wait,
That's
wait,
like
wait,
me.
wait,
That's
wait,
like
wait,
my
wait.
finger in
Yes, you can. You can
Yes, you
100%
can.
judge.
You
them
can
as-
do it.
because that's
It's
like
right
saying
or wrong.
because
happening.
again, Chris Rock said this perfectly. You can't if one pilot was like, "I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna crash this plane." All pilots are gonna be scrutinized for that.
So the pilots that crashed in that Pennsylvania field on 9/11 were somehow less worthy than Scully, who landed the plane on the Hudson River and saved all
Was
those
it-
lives.
was
that's a
it-
whole. That's
Wait,
a whole.
hold on.
That's a whole different.
So I don't think it was the pilots that crashed. It was the crew.
The
it was
crew
the passengers.
hijacked the plane. They took
it
over
was
the
the
cockpit.
passengers who fought
But
the
they had-
hijackers.
Yeah,
that
they
ended up
fought
crashing.
back after the cockpit had already been hijacked.
but
Yeah,
that's
so
a- that's
you
a
said the
difference.
pilots.
That's a
The pilots didn't.
Yeah, the pilots surrendered
Yeah,
surrendered
you said the
control.
pilots crashed the plane. The pilots did not crash the plane. The hijackers crashed the plane.
What I'm
The-
saying is
I
that
get
the
what you're saying.
pilots surrendered the cockpit to the hijackers.
Well,
So
it-
somehow they're somehow worse or better than a pilot that does something good or bad in another instance.
Here's the thing: we're talking
can't-
about if pilots in general, right?
No, what you're
You
trying to do is
can't
you're
put
trying to
that
lump all police officers
impossible
in the same category. You can't
situation.
do
I
that.
didn't. Say, I didn't.
I got
first
pulled
of all,
over on Saturday night.
First of all, I said some, but you said that there's you can't do that for every situation and blah blah blah. Yes you can, because again, and I use the example of pilots. If you have a bunch of bad pilots out there, yeah, you're going to blame like that's the thing. That's the thing. You can't just be like, well, we had a couple of bad pilots that decided to fly into a mountain. No, you got to call them. You got to call the system
human
out
error.
itself.
It's human
so
error.
you call it all out.
Listen,
And
when
I
you
said
graduate
some.
from flight school,
And I
when
said
you
some.
graduate from flight school, Trent, not everybody graduates at the top 10% of their school. There are pilots like Joe Biden that graduated dead last in his damn college. I mean, come on. There are some people that
you
are.
could not resist.
I just had to say it.
I know you did.
Okay, but you
You
know
could
I'm
not
right.
do that.
You could not.
You know I'm right.
Oh my God.
That not everybody's going to be.
Yeah, but you're
You over there titillating over there, like.
first
But
of
not
all,
everybody's going to be in the
Joe.
very top of their class. There has to be somebody that comes in dead last.
and
No,
that's,
but guess what? Pilots aren't those people that should be coming in. If you're a horrible pilot, then you won't be a pilot.
All right, well then
And
every
police
single pilot.
should be held to that standard too. We probably
What
wouldn't have
standard?
the damn
What standard?
problems that we have today.
What standard are you referring to?
You're gonna have to have people that's gonna be coming in dead
What-
last all the
what
time.
are you talking about?
The standard that
You
they
know what we talking about.
that they
No.
shoot anybody that they think has a gun that they're
What the hell's that
scared.
got to do with my dad?
What?
And nobody.
What's that got to do
Rob,
with my brother?
Why you always do that?
No, you want to sit here and you want to lump cops in every fucking category, then lump them in every fucking category.
First of
What's
all-
that got to do with my dad?
First of all,
what's that got to do with my brother?
That's number
What's that got
three.
to do with my
That's-
uncle?
that's number
What's it
three.
got to do with me? It
That's
has
number three.
nothing to do with
That's
this.
number three.
It's human error. It's human error.
Well, I'm
there are
sorry,
people
you
out there,
can't-
as long as there's a person in charge, people are going to make mistakes.
You're
you
right.
can't lump everybody in the same
But there-
category
there's
because
a
then
lot
what
of
I can say is that
mistakes.
every woman that makes six figures has piss poor men judgment.
I ain't gonna be able to hear, man, out of my ears, man, 'cause
boy.
my man been yelling
So-
all day long.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you want to go there, you did try to lump everybody in that category last episode.
Because you do be lumping women all into the same category.
Not like that. A woman can't go out that makes six figures and get her a fucking outstanding man who makes six figures too and looks good.
He
and
did it, didn't he? Yep.
Even
he
if
did.
even if she doesn't look like a Instagram model, okay?
Exactly. But Rob be lumping all of y'all together, don't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
all the time.
he do.
Somebody
Why
said
you an
Rob's.
asshole?
Somebody said
Why
Rob's.
you hate me so damn? You know what?
Somebody said Rob's. Somebody said Rob's comparisons are as bad as Tyrese's IG captions. Damn.
I have to agree with you on that.
Oh man. Andrea Hardy said, "Why does he get so mad? We don't know.
We were trying to figure this out for
The person who yells the loudest in the room isn't the most correct. You know what? She just used his own words against him. You know he always says that.
Why you always yelling at us, Rob?
Why you always yelling that? Dog?
You want a hug?
Kumbaya.
You come over here, I'm
Hey, Stephanie, go ahead and get him some warm milk.
Let's
Kumbaya.
all hold hands and sing Kumbaya.
Now we got to sing.
Elijah.
We need a prayer service for this brother.
Well, you need an exorcism.
The holy water.
Where's Paula White? Ta 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 ta.
Elijah Bowser said, "I'm sorry, I don't understand how if the suspect was identified as male, that a female was detained and handcuffed in front of the group of male
Everybody in the
officers.
house is detained.
It was the wrong house.
It was the wrong
It
house.
doesn't matter. Everybody in the house. Is
It do matter if it's the wrong house. What are you
Now,
talking
you
about?
know, like I know, Rob.
That's what Rob did.
Everybody
It does
in
matter.
the house.
It does matter.
I mean,
Sound like they-
Put the pin
Everybody
on
in
the
the house is secured until that premises is secured.
But it's the wrong premises.
So I get the reason
the
for
cops don't know
obtaining.
that.
Yes, they do know that.
They didn't know that until
They didn't
after
know
they
that
got
till
done.
after.
Their
Very
supervisors
right.
did.
Warrant.
Their supervisors did.
So they
But-
know. So what you're telling me is they knowingly hit the wrong house.
Yes,
Yeah,
they do it all the time.
They knew they hit that wrong house.
I'm lumping y'all all together.
Well, you know what? I can't wait to see your body cam footage because you were
Morgan
there.
Williams said the police are not properly trained. That's the problem. Come on, Rob.
I got
you know
body
there's
cam
a problem
footage.
with police. Calm down. Adrian Amos Sr. seems to be taking your side. He said, Rob, they never done the job before. Well, that's not a
Who never
that's
did
not
the
a
job
truth.
before?
I guess he's talking about everybody on this panel. He
Yeah,
said, why
probably
they're
good point, sir.
well,
Oh, okay.
that's almost incorrect. But
Why is that?
they never done the job before. That's why their response is the way it is. You have to put yourself in the
yeah, we're definitely
situation
gonna have a
first.
conversation. You
They
and I.
not thinking safety first. I don't think anybody's thinking about safety first. We just
we're
pointing
not-
out
We're
that they
talking
were
about
out
if you're
of
hitting the wrong house. We're
Let me-
calling
let
out
me
truth.
explain something.
I
We're just
just-
calling the truth out. That's all.
I
Give me
think they
30
should have
seconds.
covered her up
Give me
and
30
put
seconds.
her in another
Ron, give
room
me 30
with a
seconds.
female officer.
All right.
Ron told
You're
me last
executing-
weekend that you can't speak on things if you haven't experienced it. So I guess he's right. Remember, like he said that last weekend
Oh,
when he
yeah,
got
'cause
mad
you're
at
not
me
at a fraternity.
because I wasn't a fraternity.
All right, George
Because
Jefferson, calm down. So what I'm saying is this:
he yelled at me.
when you're
He
executing
pulled a
a
Rob
search
last
warrant,
weekend.
when you're executing a search warrant
Uh-huh.
and you're the first through the door.
Okay.
Okay. Your number one job is to secure the premises. That's
Yeah.
your job. What do I look like sitting here worried about you're naked in the front living room touching yourself when there might be somebody underneath your bed with an AK-47?
I would be doing that. You right. You've been in my house.
And I've got 6 or 7 guys coming through the door behind me. It's my job to get to my sector and assert dominance and then maintain control of that dominance until the area is secured. A high risk search warrant is extremely complex maneuver that needs to be executed by people that know what they're doing. And the number
9 times out of 10, search warrants are not executed by people that know what they're doing in these small PDs or these PDs.
I
do
don't
know that's the truth.
I don't disagree.
Just because we ain't did the job don't mean these dudes didn't mess up. That's what we're talking about.
I'm not disagreeing with you on that, Rob. What I say is that after they had some speculation about they were in the wrong house, they could have put her in another room and covered her up.
Everybody was wearing a body camera.
But not only that, they tried to cover it up. They tried to cover the whole situation up, which is also.
I don't care about that. What I care about.
Of course, you don't care about that because it wasn't you at the time. That's why you don't care about it. It wasn't somebody that you know.
And if it was,
and if it was your mother or somebody else, or
I would have had a problem.
I wouldn't have had a problem with it. I would not have had a problem with the way that they executed the warrant. I would have had a problem with the warrant itself.
Rob,
what do you mean? The way they executed the warrant was wrong because it was the wrong house. What are you talking about?
Rob,
the address that was on the warrant, was that the address that they hit?
What?
So
no.
Answer the question.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
So they executed the warrant at the wrong residence, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so therefore, if you want to be upset about something, you can be upset about that.
I did.
But the way that they executed the warrant.
That's what I just said.
It's not.
Yes, it
not
is.
what you just said.
You
know what?
It's
Fuck
exactly-
it. All
it's
right. You
exactly
know
what
what?
I said.
Fuck it. Y'all are always right.
Why you
I'm always wrong. Y'all
man,
got it.
You want a hug?
No, obviously, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I
Y'all
just-
know more about police work than I do. So please, by all
God.
means, tell me how it's done.
No,
Well, here we go.
I ain't talking about.
Here we go.
First of all, I think yes, they did a fucked up job on
right.
the way they executed the warrant, but
yeah, okay.
I'm not disagreeing.
You looking
with
at your watch?
Yeah.
You gotta go.
Yeah.
You mad?
Yup.
I'm not disagreeing with you on
You need some warm
them
milk?
detaining everybody in that apartment because that is protocol. But what I'm saying is, after so many minutes of them not finding any male suspect that they were looking for, they could have put her in a room with a female officer or covered her up or had her get dressed. Bottom line,
What y'all were talking about?
No, because what I'm saying is, Crystal, I get what you're saying, but to understand the point, Rob is right. He's understanding that you got to secure the premise. Now, to Trent's point, yes, you have a search warrant that had the wrong. Well, you had the correct address, but you actually went to the wrong address. So I see what Trent's point is. In certain professions, if you carry out a search warrant or anything like that, and you do not go to the house that's on that warrant, and you go to the wrong house, that's everybody's job, right? Now you're talking about police work. Like I said, others understand more than some may think, but this one is a wrong case. It's a wrong situation. The search warrant had the actual correct address, and they went to the wrong address. Everybody in that on that team who raided that house should be held accountable.
No.
They didn't read the paperwork.
It's not their job to.
Okay, Rob, it is your job. If you filed a paperwork and you filed for a search warrant, you mean to tell me all you got to do is take the search warrant and say, you know what, I'm going to go to wherever the fuck I want to go to now because guess what? I have reasonable doubt that this is the house that is supposed to be. No, it's not. It doesn't work like that, Rob.
How many police officers raided that house? 9?
I think it was 9.
Okay. So you mean to tell me that you had 9 people file for a search warrant or just one?
You had one person, but everybody
Okay, so
but you do
So
know.
I
Hold
agree
on,
with-
responsibility. Whose responsibility is it when you go to a team who specializes in raids? Whose responsibility is it to make sure that the
team
warrant
leads.
and the team lead? So when you wind up going and you blowing the door off the hinges at 2:00 in the morning.
Okay,
who's
so you're saying that
responsible?
team lead should be responsible.
I just said it
I mean,
earlier when I was
agree
talking
with
about
you
vertical
that-
liability.
I agree with you
need
that
to
the
grab
people
the
at the
team
top.
leader and go, what?
I agree with you that the people at the top
You ain't
should
going
be
nowhere. Put them
held
headphones back on, dude.
responsible.
Yeah.
Yeah, you put them headphones
That's
on
why I'm
because I
saying-
got places to be too, and I'm
That's
here.
that's why I'm saying that. I'm not saying that the execute. I'm not saying what they did was wrong. I'm saying that they need to be held accountable. There are people that need
No,
to be
you're
held
I
right.
got
accountable.
somewhere
right.
to go to.
You're
But
right.
it's not the everyday officers
you're right.
who's holding
Okay.
the battering ram or carrying the.
You're right,
All right,
Rob.
so, okay, so
You're right.
so
Everything you
all
say is
so,
right.
So no, he's
I
no,
agree with you.
No, he's just clarifying a point that he made earlier.
Yeah, that's
And
what he right.
Yeah, he's right. Okay, so that team lead should be held responsible. I agree with you on that.
Absolutely. And not
And
only
because the
team lead,
paperwork was correct,
not
they
just the
did
team
an
lead,
incorrect job.
but the officer that filed for the paperwork, because chances are that information came from a detective. So the detective files for the search warrant,
Right.
gets the approval, and takes that information to the team leader. The team leader checks the information against the information that they have at the physical address and verifies all the information in the warrant. And then he briefs his fellas. And he tells the fellas and ladies, because Charles County SWAT team actually has several ladies on the SWAT team, and they tell everybody in the room, okay, this is the address, this is who we're looking for, these are the crimes committed, and this, that, and the other, and what we might encounter. These are previous calls at the address. Okay, do we have eyes on? Ready to go? Go. And then you go down there, and they went to the wrong damn address. All right, yeah, they need to be held accountable for that. But you can't fault every person that went through that door, because it wasn't every person.
That's a valid point.
I mean,
It's not every person
You're
that
right,
went through
Rob.
that door's responsibility to verify the information in the warrant. That's why they have leaders.
I agree with
That's a
you
valid
there.
point.
You're so
That's a
right,
valid
Rob.
point. Now,
But
now,
So
I
right.
appreciate you clarifying.
You're so right.
I'm sorry.
All the time.
Augusta- all right, so moving
sometimes I
forward.
make
And you're right all the
Moving
time.
forward,
Shut up.
moving forward about our main topic, talking about real versus fake and talking about plastic surgery and all that stuff. Augusta Perry said the standard of beauty is based on white male stereotypes.
I think it. Yeah,
Where's
I
the
can see
cricket?
that.
Where the crickets?
But I think it. I think it's changed.
About time I
think,
start giving it back.
I think it's changed
Why?
a lot.
I don't think that's right.
I mean,
Not
it,
based on white male
it
stereotypes.
used to be based on white male stereotypes, but I think now the culture has kind of shifted away from that. Because I mean, if you
Oh, you
think
talking
about
about like the skinny?
yeah, if you
Oh,
think
okay,
about
all right,
how
all right,
it
all right.
used to be back in the day, women with no butts and no
Shit, I see white women now killing themselves to try to look like
no
sisters.
no boobs.
it's
Stop.
whatever.
Really? Trent, really?
If you look at how it was back in the day, that's what the beauty standards were, and now it's more curvy.
Now I gotta go.
Curvy women, and the
just playing.
big
Come on,
boobs, big butt, big lips.
Elijah
long
Bowser
hair.
said, I think the standard is based on the individual, and individuals can be wrong. But if you cannot look at yourself and see that you're a good looking individual, then we're not allowing others to dictate what we should or shouldn't do. Okay, good point.
Are you enjoying yourself over there?
Oh, here
I
we
about
go,
to say,
here we go,
what
here
is
we
he
go.
doing?
I'm not
Yeah,
doing anything.
it's not good.
Grab
whatever
your
he's
holy
doing.
water because you're gonna need it.
Andrea Hardy said, but some people who wear makeup for them as a form of artistry,
Yeah,
not for anyone else. That's a good point.
I
That's
mean, I
fine,
think
but if every single time I see you outside of the house, you look like, Bobo the Clown, I got a problem with that. I want to get to know you. Like, it's one thing if you want to get.
So why you come out the house looking like Bobo the Clown?
That was so corny. Cornball, cracker, jackass, fucking joke. Yeah, and he gets a ooh for that.
That was funny.
that was
Fuck
funny.
out of here.
That was kind of funny.
corny shit. Are you gonna come out the house looking like Boo at the chair?
Hey, when
was
somebody
funny.
when somebody don't like what they say.
Morgan Williams said, makes me think of the Fresh Prince episode when his date took all her fake stuff and he was like, whoa, who are you? I think she's talking about the episode when Tisha Campbell and him were supposed to go to a dinner and they got stuck up in the attic during the earthquake when the door closed and she started taking off the the fingernail. She's like, and he was like, wait, who are you?
What's the movie with?
I'm gonna get you
I'm gonna
sucker.
get you sucker. That
I
was
was kicked
funny.
off the fake leg,
That
pulled the daggone,
was hilarious.
the wig off. It was like
The booty,
pulled out
fake
the butt.
booty, yeah.
It was like, and you heard the suction cup noise. and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
That was I'm
That
gonna get you
was
sucker.
funny.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
And she was like, "Don't you make me hobble after you." that was a joke.
I love that movie.
Hold on, how she doing again, bro?
That was the movie.
Oh man.
Yo, she was famous in what other show though? She was famous in another show.
She was in multiple shows, wasn't she?
I don't know.
Yeah, tall light skinned girl.
Okay, Augusta Perry attacking us and said all of y'all are full of bullshit.
Oh shit!
Because tell me you don't admire the and try to get at the baddest bee in the party, and I can guarantee you she is wearing hella makeup. Okay.
And guess what? She ain't gonna get nothing real from me other than this D.
Okay. On that. Well,
So damn stupid.
No, my goodness.
okay. Carice Perry said, I don't care what a man thinks. I'm wearing my extensions and getting my nails done.
You got to do what makes you happy, boo boo.
Do you? I mean,
I ain't mad at you.
I get my nails done sometimes right now.
Are they done right now?
No. If they were done, they would have been off from earlier, trying to help you scrub that stuff off my deck.
Oh wow, deck ain't even 6 months old. Now it's blue.
Let's not go into that.
We're having a fundraiser for Crystal's deck.
Yeah, please
You
donate.
can go to Cash App.
Augusta,
deck is blue.
Augusta Perry coming back at us and said, you guys are so full of it. Speak the truth. Y'all fall all over yourselves for Beyonce's out there.
Well, if she's Beyonce, of course.
Yeah, if it's Beyonce, I'm all over it. But if it ain't
like
Beyonce,
Beyonce.
But I don't see a bunch of Beyonces running around.
But I'm not falling
She's
all over
Beyonce. She's one of them, one in a million.
Oh yeah.
As are every woman.
Hey, isn't that a
Every women are one in a million.
That's
so.
a what's the name song?
I mean, you're
One in
right.
a
You're
Million.
right that
Aaliyah song.
men flock to these Instagram models and these
Look,
women
everybody. Look, as from a guy's perspective, everybody wants to bang the baddest bee at the party. Everybody wants to do that. But at the end of the day,
at the end of the day, is that who you're settling down with?
it's not even that. Like, I don't even really want to know your name.
Oh, Lord.
I'm just being real with you. Like, y'all run around here killing yourselves trying to look beautiful for somebody that don't give two shits about you.
So what is it that you're?
I'm just letting you know.
But I think that's
Why are you doing that?
But I think that's what women are seeing men go after. So they normally.
Where are they seeing this?
Yeah,
I mean, they're
because
seeing this in the culture. I mean, that's what you see in the videos on Instagram. You get who gets the most likes.
But we just talked about, that's fake.
I mean, yeah, that is fake. But in reality, that's the world we live in.
Because me and my homeboys, we ain't chasing that.
That's the world we live in.
Well, Elijah just said, he just said this.
There's a joke in there
Elijah just
somewhere.
said, I think that if a woman puts makeup on and she looks completely different than her actual self, then it's like, were you deceiving me to get close and then expect me to stay around after I see the real you?
Yo, did you see that joint? Speaking of that, did you see the joint in Africa?
Why are you yelling?
The joint, because my volume's down. The joint in can turn my volume up a little bit. The joint in Africa. Yeah. Oh shit.
Still
I am
yelling.
loud as hell.
Yeah, you just,
my fault.
Well,
You just
calm
loud.
down.
welcome to our world.
Calm down, Robert.
For the last
Come on,
9
RSW2.
months of this show, you've been yelled at.
I would
My
like to
hearing done went away.
apologize to
I'm only
everybody
34
that's
and my
watching
hearing
this
gone.
podcast right now. And not necessarily the views and opinions expressed on this podcast. Or
No. So the dude in Africa, man, he married old girl. Did you see that? The dude in Africa married old girl,
Oh,
man, and she had her face all done up and stuff. And when he went to bed with her after he married her, he woke up. She was a totally different chick. He filed for divorce.
You say Africa?
Africa, yeah.
I think that happened in it was an Asian country too.
Yeah, like she looked like a straight 11 on a scale from 1 to 10. When she woke up, she looked like a negative 14.
Sabrina Montgomery says some ladies use makeup, hair weave to boost their own confidence. It makes them feel good. Have at it. Carice Perry said it's 2020. If someone can afford to customize their whole body, let them. It's their body and their life. Yeah.
I
Need to
agree with you.
customize your credit score. No, I'm just joking. So,
Oh, you talking to Chris?
no, not her. I'm
I was
talking
about to
about
say,
the
oh,
women
dang.
in general. I don't. Yeah.
She ain't got her credit score is great.
Yo, what you think you doing?
How
man?
you know what my credit score is?
Because that house is amazing.
Yeah, she got a 900 credit score.
Carice Perry said I used to do dreadlock extensions on men.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Oh my goodness,
Somebody said get Rob a warm bottle and a blanket.
a blanket.
Who said that?
Sabrina Montgomery.
Tell Sabrina I said hello.
He was about to say something.
Yeah, he's about to say something crazy.
I said hello. I don't know what they talking about.
Carice said, how do you get 3 babies in 4 states? RSW2.
Oh,
Well, I gotta be RSW. Yo, see what you started, Trent? See what you started? You cool.
Is she talking about you?
Terrible. 3 babies in 4 states. Well, you can split a baby in half. No, split a baby in. Well, no, that's not gonna work.
More.
Yeah, the fractions just don't add up.
All right, y'all, man. Look, we're going to close this thing out, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in to us over the last 30 episodes.
Absolutely.
We've been at y'all since March of this year, and we appreciate y'all tuning in. Hey, look, man, second season coming at you January 9th. And guess what, man? It is the Founders Day for Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated.
Blue Phi.
So y'all know me and Rob are going to turn that joint out.
Oh, we
y'all
got
gonna-
something special coming.
Are y'all gonna dance?
No, we got something special coming.
It's gonna be live.
Yeah, we
It's gonna
got
be live.
something real special coming.
So, man, hey, appreciate everybody tuning in, man. Y'all have a safe and Merry Christmas,
Merry
Hanukkah,
Christmas,
Kwanzaa,
everybody.
whatever you celebrate. Happy New Year, and we'll see y'all. Make sure y'all hit us up on YouTube. Peace, love, and happiness. Treat each other, man.
and donate.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching.
I can't close out because these motherfuckers want to talk.